Crafton regular meeting Monday, May 22nd. The flag salute with Ms. Danis.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Amendola.
Here.
Ms. Blosser. Here. Ms. Damas. Here. Mr. O'Brien.
Here.
Ms. Perry. Mr. Lavasser.
Here.
Ms. Amendola.
Here.
Mayor Bloom.
Here.
Solicitor Gladys.
Here.
Engineer Strunk.
Here.
And Public Works Director Gazarovski.
Here.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the bill list dated May 22nd, 2017.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes dated May 8th, 2017.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing no discussion, all in favor? All opposed. Regarding citizens' comments, I have Andrea, however, you are on the agenda.
Okay,
Are you good to just,
yes, can Suzanne go with me at the same time? Or does she have to?
well, yes. And you are up right now.
Okay.
So, community garden update with Andrea.
You go ahead, Suzanne.
Okay, well, Suzanne Witkowski, I'm one of the garden leaders, and I just wanted to thank you all for your support, your continued support, especially you all, you guys. You've been great helping us out. The high school students in Mrs. Jones' class helped start seeds for us, so it was a nice continuity of community that we had, so thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So, and same thing, I just want to thank everybody for our continued great support. Things are going really well. We applied for a mini grant from Grow Pittsburgh, who gave us our original robust support grant, and they got us some kind of big supplies and stuff like that. I have another grant that I'm trying to get from them for little tools and supplies. So we're really in pretty good shape again, and thanks for receiving our package for that. I don't know how big those boxes were, but probably pretty big. Also, Parks and Shade Tree Commission got us some new fruit trees this year out of their budget, so that's really good. We're getting a nice little fruit orchard there someday. And just thank you guys. If you have any questions, you know, you can ask me anything you want. We got our big water cistern put in. It's probably full because of all that nice rain.
And how about volunteers for planting?
We had our nice planting day on Saturday, and we had, what, about 12 people, you said?
Yes.
Which is pretty good for now. In the beginning, when we were first digging everything and doing more of the heavy work, we were getting like 40 or so people, which was how many we needed then. And now we don't really need as much because everything's already established.
Okay, great.
So, but it's still helpful if you can spread the word among your neighbors and friends and see if we can find more people who are interested in working with us.
And the library, too.
Oh yeah, the library had a nice tour. Boy Scouts came and gave us some new birdhouses and did a little stuff down there, so it's really working well.
You guys are great, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Wow.
I just wanted to mention that we had an executive session with no action taken. Moving on then to acknowledgement of the written reports. We have the treasurer's report, the financial report, the Act 511 and trash collection report, the property tax collection report, the police report, the EMS report, the ordinance officer's report, the building inspection report, the public works report, the fire department report. Do we not have a library report?
I don't know that we received it.
All right, Mr. Mayor.
Just a quick item. The proclamation for Captain Jason West, which runs the state, and it would be at the CIT down in Meyer Pendleton on Monday, Memorial Day. That it will be at the Afton Avenue ball fields, immediately following the Memorial Day ceremonies here at the circle. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Any questions for the mayor? Okay, then, moving on to the engineer's report.
Okay. The 2017 road program obviously is approved and ready to go. We are meeting with the water company this week to discuss some work that they may be doing on Ewing before we get the pre-con meeting, which will be next week with El Grande. So, and then the traffic calming ramps, we got the estimate from PennDOT manual for this, 18,000. I think it might be a little high. But we got it from PennDOT. I think when that manual came out, asphalt prices were probably a little higher than what we're getting now. So I anticipate that to be a little less than that. Ewing Road geotechnical study. We're gonna do the test pits next week. We need Public Works help with that. With pool opening and everything coming up this weekend, we just figured it'd be better just to do the work next week, because we would need a guy for most of the day on a backhoe doing some digging. So that'll be done next week, and hopefully the following week we'll have a report for you guys. Fountain Street demolition, the plans and specs are all set up. That can easily be switched out if you guys decide to go with different homes. But the specs and plans are there, ready to go. Foster Avenue ADA ramp, last year's CDBG project is complete. So it's actually Foster and Lincoln, if you guys want to see the ramps around Lincoln Avenue and Foster. I think it turned out well. They did a good job. Shaycog's preventive maintenance contract was opened a couple weeks ago. Crafton shares about $22,000. This is just for continual cleaning of the sewer lines. We do this every year to continue with your O&M plan. And then last on here is a flow isolation project. Our initial review of the data, it looks like there's not a whole lot of infiltration in the Chartiers area, that sewer shed, which is good news. We did identify some areas that we could potentially use to pull some stormwater out of the combined lines there. And that kind of sets you guys up for the next phase of what we think the consent order is going to be, which is going to be flow targets. So, so overall, pretty good news of what we found there. We'll put everything together in a report at the end of the year that you guys will be able to see. So, okay.
Any questions for the engineer?
Crafton Boulevard's finished in front of the school and down on Chartiers.
Yes.
They work really well at the school. They do tolling their drivers and stuff, so.
That was all for that was the city of Pittsburgh.
That was the same, yeah.
The contractor for the city of Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay,
That's
Wait up.
And then next time around, we'll try to schedule paving around Election Day.
Not election day yet.
That was,
But it was, the schools were closed, so that was a good day.
It's also.
well,
It was a good day, except that that's where you had to
That's
vote.
where-
Some of the residents
Yeah.
voted there. Thank you. Anything additional? Okay. Moving on then to the solicitor's report.
Just one item to bring an update on. Today we had a telephone conference between Ms. Scott and Dennis Flynn from Gateway Engineering regarding maintenance issues with the pool. We are awaiting a response from the contractor for some issues that, if they're not resolved soon, could end up in litigation. We'll see, we'll know in the next week or so.
Does that have to do with the splash pad?
Yes.
But there are no issues in opening that pool.
No.
Just, so there's no
It's
confusion.
the,
There are no issues with opening the pool.
seat
It
wall
has to
and
do-
umbrella, stainless steel poles.
Some tiles.
Seat wall is the biggest, gonna be the biggest ticket.
Okay.
You can open it, just.
I just didn't want
Paint
anyone
chip on
to
your
misunderstand and think there was any issues.
Gutters been painted 4 days ago.
Oh, yeah, but no, if you sit on the seat wall now, you know, make it a paint chip on it.
Okay. Moving on then to, any questions for the solicitor before we move on? Okay, moving on then to Parks and Recreations. The pool will open on Saturday, May 27th at noon until 8 p.m. And pool passes are available in the administrative office Monday through Friday. And what was the extended day?
Well, they're
Did we have
gone.
it already?
We have
We had it, okay. Under administration, I will entertain a motion to accept and approve the 2016 audit as submitted by, is it Mayor?
Meyer Duzel.
Meyer Dussel CPA.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, any discussion, any questions, concerns? No? All in favor then?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Under Public Works, I will entertain a motion to authorize the 2017 Shake Hog Preventative Maintenance Contract to State Pipe Services in the amount of $21,596 as recommended by the engineer and included in the 2017 sewer budget.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed. I'll entertain a motion to authorize payment for this CDBG ADA ramp project. Payment request number 1 for $20,401.57. And Crafton's share is $1,401.57.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All
How do
opposed.
we, it was about a ramp, how do we request to get another ramp put in somewhere?
Usually you do that whenever the road's being resurfaced.
Okay.
But if you tell me where it's at, I mean, Rob can take a look at it.
Okay.
Is
It's
there an
right
issue
down at the
somewhere?
end of Belvedere there, of people, that want to get over to the church. And I have personally tried to take a wheelchair down there and it's impossible. The ramp is, it's, up like this and the road is down like that. And it happened really when they resurfaced that road. finally.
So where the brick meets?
Yes, where the brick is meeting.
You
Where
can
the
take a
brick and
look
the
at that?
concrete
Yes,
portion.
right. It's
They should have
just-
put it in there.
Right. And I think that really at all those crosswalks, we should have some ramps.
Okay, I mean, normally that's the property owner's responsibility to do that, but
Right,
Crafton did the road, they should have did the ramp when they
right,
did the road.
okay.
So you'll take a look?
Yep.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to adopt resolution number 2017-07 to remain included in the Allegheny County Community Development Block and Home Investments Partnership Programs for 3 program years of 2018, 2019, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed. Do you want this as well, or just this one?
All of them.
Okay. First one is, I will entertain a motion to authorize Gateway Engineers to prepare an engineer's estimated cost of demolition each of the vacant and abandoned properties based on our vacant and abandoned properties listing.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? I will also entertain a motion to authorize to advertise plans and specs of the demolition of Fountain Avenue and Sycamore Avenue in addition to alternate bids for those 2 properties.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
So it's definitely Sycamore and Fountain.
That's correct. Because they have the specs and all of the information that we initially thought that we were going to tell them to do, they have it, so now we can authorize to advertise that we are going to do it. Okay?
And the bids will come in together and separate.
Correct.
We'll get alternate bids, so,
We,
okay.
we would like to bid them together, and then we would like to have a bid for each individually. Okay? Any additional questions? All in favor then?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to authorize the solicitor to prepare an estimated cost for legal fees associated with the demolition of each of the vacant and abandoned properties based on the vacant and abandoned properties listing.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, any discussion? Do we need to add that we're gonna start with this?
No,
You have the list, you're just gonna start with it, okay?
he's gonna give us one, like for each one, and then like a total.
Okay. Okay, any additional discussion? Hearing no discussion, then all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Would you like to give the community announcements?
Sure. The Memorial Day celebration will be on Monday. The parade starts at 11 a.m. at Ingram Municipal Building to the Crafton Borough Building and will be led by American Legion Post 145, and then they end up in the circle. And then immediately following, I was corrected that I thought it was at CIT baseball field, but it's going to be at Afton Park and Crafton Park. The Memorial Day celebration and the mayor will read his proclamation for Captain Jason M. West and proclaim it to be Jason M. West Day in Crafton Borough.
And that's at the park by the pool.
That's right,
Afton
that's
Avenue.
Afton Avenue
Baseball.
at the park at the pool.
Okay.
Okay, and so we do have his military banner hanging there, and it'll stay there for, forever, so.
And I've seen the military banners. I
They
don't know
look
if you've seen them. They look amazing,
Wonderful.
fantastic.
Joe Pinero and one of the summer kids put them all up. We did a great job. They are,
How many do you
everything,
have?
well, we have, there's 2 on each banner, so we have like 110 people, but that means there's like 55, but then there's like Jason West had his own. And then there was like Crafton salutes, and then all of the armed forces, the branches. So there's one for Crafton on both sides. Then on Foster, there's one on Crafton on one side and Ingram on the other side. So that was another
It
one.
looks
So it's
fantastic.
roughly about 55,
You still got more coming in.
and we saw more coming in.
Because
So,
now that you
'cause-
see them, it's like,
Well, that's what's
wow.
happening, that now that people see them,
Right.
they're all coming in to get there. So it takes probably about at least 2 weeks for it. He prepares it and then he, sends it off to the people. They email it and they have to approve it, then they print it, then they deliver it. So it's about 2 weeks
And those will be up for how long?
till
Labor Day.
Veterans Day in November, November 11th, approximately. So, but they do.
go back up again?
No storage, they'll go to storage.
They'll go in storage, yeah, they'll go in storage here at the Borough Building, and then they'll go back up again before Memorial Day.
Excellent.
So, and just a reminder, Crafton celebrates June 30th through July 4th, 2017. The parade, food, fireworks, and it's fun for all ages. The parade will begin at 6:30 on June 30th.
And it's starting on Bradford again?
Yeah, I assume so. I mean, it's always been there, so yeah, I assume so. I haven't confirmed that, but it's usually always been the same.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
And we don't have anyone signed up for any additional citizens' comments. Does anyone have anything that they need to add?
And the grant for the senior dinners,
The grant?
from Dan Deasy. Yeah, for the senior dinners, and he did a grant for that at one time.
Well, that was probably years ago, and then it's probably like expired. I mean, or we've used up all the funding. We don't have any grant fundings for senior dinners.
Are you aware of something,
Yeah, well, I
or?
was just wondering how much was left in it.
Well, I mean, that was probably years ago. I mean, since I've been here, we haven't had any monies for senior dinners. There's monies budgeted in the 2017 budget.
Was the grant, all the grant money in that went to?
Probably the senior
Probably the
dinners.
senior
I mean,
dinners back then.
if it was probably what they call WAM money, walking around money is what they, and you used to have to apply for that. And whether you got 5,000 or 25,000, you had to expend it within 3-year period. And then you had to submit for an audit, depending on how much you had. So that was typically within 3 years. There's no monies around for that kind of stuff anymore unless you go, like you're gonna build a senior center or something like that. I don't know of any monies around for, is there something that they're looking for, or?
Not in particular, I'm just wondering if they had any, money in there or anything.
I'm confused, you keep saying money in there, there
In the-
isn't anything
in the-
anywhere,
in
like,
the-
we
in the
got a
grant.
grant, and we
I mean,
used
that was
it.
probably years ago, and they received a grant and it was expended.
Right.
So, but there is monies in the budget every year, so, I mean, they come and get the credit card and they go do their shopping at Giant Eagle and Sam's Club and.
Which is
they're
totally
reimbursed.
separate from a grant, per
Right.
se, that you're
Yeah.
talking, that you're.
So, I mean,
talking about.
there's-
Just wonder if there was,
I'm sure that whatever it was, usually it's typically a 3-year period. So, I mean, since I've been here, there's no monies like that available. But, I mean, I can certainly ask DC if there's any. I mean, I can certainly send them an email if there's any cash, available for something like that. Not a problem.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, I just had a couple questions for Public Works and for engineering. With regards to the asphalt patch in front of St. Phillips, in the new concrete road, is that gonna be,
It's completed. Joint to joint, yeah.
Did-
Almost that.
oh, they poured it, okay, I didn't even pay attention to it, so, okay. And then, that's great, awesome, and then number 2, up on Clearview, I saw some one-call markings, what's that for?
With white.
Is that for, I know there was some patchwork up at the end of phase 4, our last phase between right before the brick transition.
I'll pull them, one call to get back to you.
I was just wondering if it was our sewer people. I know Engineer Strunk said that there may be some work on the line.
Oh, you know what, we're lining, it could be, yeah, we're doing a liner, that's probably what it is. Yep, it's actually right, it's right at Harrison
Do you know when that work starts?
no, we haven't had a pre-con meeting yet. So, it wouldn't be them,
I was
no.
just gonna say.
It wouldn't be them.
No.
Well, they
How
generally
about
don't do
Are we
them.
doing a point repair over there? Because point
Possibly.
repair starts on Wednesday.
Did it just, when did they show up?
The past week.
Oh,
just
then
wondering-
it could be, it
If they're
could be
good-
the water company.
So all I'm saying is,
I got about 15, 16 one calls.
They would've-
Just
just
We would
put,
have put the one calls in on Friday, so if it came up since Friday, it could be a sewer repair in the area.
yeah, I was gonna say, whenever that goes on, because both Willard and Harris are heavily transited, just make sure the traffic controls are in place,
Yes.
because one of the things that we saw with the city of Pittsburgh's paving project, which made me think about more controls with regards to traffic signals, is when they closed down the bridge, they only put in one control that said road closed on the bridge, and just as a courtesy to everybody in the community, to have more traffic controls further up or farther away from the intersection under construction would be appreciated.
Okay, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. If we have nothing else, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Shortly.